Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, The Inspiring School Counselor. And today, you guys, we're going to be getting to another viewer's question. I thought this was a great question to ask. And so, like always, why not go ahead and get into it, all right? If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, y'all, let's get into this question. So it reads, it says, how do you handle getting referrals from parents that ask for counseling for their child, and what's the protocol? So as a school counselor, for one, you're going to be getting referrals from just people from all over. If it's not the principal, it's the teachers. If it's not the teachers, you're going to have even students come up to you. What do you do if a parent is reaching out to you and wanting you to talk to that child? For one, I would want to understand the situation. All right, that's going to be you conversing with that parent, trying to figure out, okay, what is going on? Does a parent want you to talk to the student because they're having friend issues? Does a parent want you to talk to the student because they're maybe getting bullied, or maybe they're dealing with some personal things at home? Maybe they lost a loved one, okay? You want to assess the situation to figure out. Now, once you have assessed the situation, then you can kind of determine, okay, how it is that you should go about helping that student, all right? Sometimes, depending on the severity of the case, you might not need to be the only one providing counseling services for that child. You might have to refer that child to other resources. So you might have to provide, maybe counseling agencies and other forms of help to that parent so that they can go take that child to go get the help that they need. Because I've always expressed it, and I'm going to continue to express it. As a school counselor, there's only so much that we can do with our expertise. Sometimes you might have to refer out to mental health professionals, okay? So that's what I would do. I would just assess the situation, see if it is that I need to provide other resources. And even if it is that I need to provide other resources for that parent, that still does not have to stop me from actually counseling that student, okay? I can still meet with them on that school level, okay? Checking in with them. Maybe I need to do individual counseling with them, so maybe so often a week, okay? Maybe a couple days out of the week, all right? Maybe it's an everyday thing. It just depends on the situation. Maybe it is I need to have them a part of a small group, all right, that I might be already doing. Or maybe you can even form a small group that is centered around what that child might be going through. But the thing is, you don't want to make it too obvious that you're doing the small group specifically for them, because then they might feel singled out, all right? But that is something that you can keep in mind as well. Another thing that you can also do is just when you see them in the hallway, you might need to check up on them, or you might just say, hey, how are you doing today? How is class going today? How are you feeling? That might be like maybe a minute or so check-in. Hey you guys, so I wanted to share this experience with you all that I forgot to put in the video, but I'm inserting it now. I actually had a parent that reached out to me in regards to their child being liked by another student that was homosexual. And so this parent actually wanted me to confront this student that was homosexual and basically let the student know that she can't like her child in that way. And whenever I got that information, immediately my flags went up, and I knew immediately that that is definitely not my job to do. Sometimes you'll be put in positions that is very compromising to your role as a school counselor. That's why it's so important for you to understand the school counselor ethics and just your right to uphold the integrity of your role as a school counselor, as well as the integrity of relationships that you build with your students. So you guys, I say all that just to say that you just want to be mindful whenever you are getting these referrals in, and making sure that you are truly just assessing the situation to figure out, okay, is it something that you really do need to go and look into, or is it something like this situation where you just gotta have to tell them, look, that is something that I can't do as a school counselor. I would really love to know, you guys, what is the craziest things that parents have asked you to do? Please put that down in the comments below. You wanted an exact protocol. If a parent called me, or maybe they pulled me to the side if I was out there doing car duty or something like that, whatever the situation is, they tell me, hey, I want you to see about pulling my child. They're going through some things. I would take that information. Then I would try to pull that student at some point during that day and talk to them. Now, one thing I do want to say, if it is that you don't already have a relationship with that particular student, then it could make it a little bit hard maybe for that student to be able to open up to you, okay? But you don't have to let that limit you from pulling them. You can build that relationship over time. Also, don't be afraid to let them know someone had reached out to me. And if you feel led to let them know, hey, your parent, your mom, your dad, your guardian, whoever reached out to me and they just wanted me to check up on you. Is everything okay? Then you can also let them know that you are there for them, and anytime that they need to talk, then they can always come to you to talk. I will also stress to them that everything that we talk about is confidential, and I also point out those 3 reasons why it would not be confidential and making sure that they understand that, okay? So that is very important, and that is something that I would do. And so hopefully this was able to help you. And if any of you guys that are watching this can add on to this, please put that down in the comments below, because not only would I like to read that, but I know others would like to read it as well. Thank you guys so much for your time. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys next time.